So, in this video lesson, we then consider in more detail foreign direct investment or FDI and how it relates to the multinational corporations. So let's start taking this perspective of a small country like Finland. So to make it like really more practical. So whenever a Finnish parent firm either buys an effective control of a foreign firm or builds a new production facility abroad, the investment is considered an outflow of foreign direct investment from Finland. So if a Finnish company is engaged in FDI, then obviously it is a multinational then, because then it has this activity abroad. So if a Finnish company buys a foreign firm, it's called brownfield FDI, whereas if the Finnish company builds a new facility abroad, then it's called greenfield FDI. And then, of course, a foreign company can also then either buy a Finnish firm or build a facility in Finland, and this is then considered inflow of FDI to Finland. So important here is to understand the distinction between outflow and inflow of FDI. And then these terms brownfield and greenfield FDI are also good to know. So let's look at some data then. And here is from the Statistics Finland some graph indicating the inflow and outflow of FDI over the past 10 years from 2013 to 2023. And we can see that we had here this COVID pandemic, we had the war in Ukraine, but it didn't really affect much this FDI stocks inflow outflow. Of course I should say that okay, these are stocks, so it means that they are, we can call inward stock and outward stock, and then these flows would be then changes in the stock. So the blue one, the inward stock of FDI, that reflects this foreign-owned affiliates in Finland, whereas then this red or perhaps orange colored indicates the stock of Finnish-owned affiliates abroad. Okay, and I emphasize again that this is the stocks rather than flows. So flow would be then the change in the stock. And we can see that this stock of outward FDI has been consistently larger over the past 10 years than the stock of inward FDI. So this means that Finnish companies have invested more abroad than foreign companies have invested in Finland. So globally, if you look at the global perspective, here is a similar diagram describing the global FDI flows, and this is from the OECD, and the timeline is from 2019 to 2024. So why there is so much fluctuation in this global figures is that notice that this is flows rather than the stocks. So the previous was the stock of assets. This is more flow of investments, and we see that there has been a lot of fluctuations over the past year. Like we had the COVID pandemic and the war in Ukraine and many of these kind of crises. But overall, the level of the FDI flows globally, it doesn't really show any kind of clear upward or downward trend over the past 5 years. So there has been a lot of interest in the FDI from the perspective of productivity, because multinational firms tend to be large and they have greater access to foreign markets than most domestic firms, including exporting firms. So the multinationals are really the global players, and there is some research indicating that foreign direct investment can contribute to improve productivity and innovation. This is somewhat debated, but anyway, there is a lot of interest in this link between productivity and foreign direct investment, and the mechanism that how FDI can contribute to productivity. That this can be, of course, that this foreign firms can be more productive because they are larger and have greater access to foreign markets. But then there can be also some knowledge spillovers and technology spillovers. So this would be like indirect impact of this kind of FDI. So when there's some interaction with domestic firms and also competition with the foreign firms and domestic firms, then that can also then lead to productivity improvement. So in the next video lesson, then we continue on the theme of FDI, but we compare what is the difference between horizontal FDI and vertical FDI. See you then.